Hi. So I wanted to talk today about something that I've noticed in the last at least few weeks, and something that has become more and more obvious and something that makes more and more sense within the framework of the way I am seeing things working in the human nature. And as always, I'm taking my cue out of myself, and I'm scrutinizing it within myself a lot before I even sort of contour it into an idea. And then I try to verify it on people that are close to me and my clients and people I come in contact with. So, this is about the addiction to suffering. I know it sounds controversial, and I know that at a first glance, it's very difficult to understand or to agree with the fact that you might, just might, be addicted to being in pain, right? If you think about it, you are given 10 fingers. You are given, as a human being, several tools to use in your life. You are given these tools by, let's say, to make it simple, by your parents and by your DNA, right? And so because you are used to using these tools, if somebody gave you something else, it doesn't matter what, a much more performant, useful, productive set of tools to deal with life, you would feel uncomfortable. If I look at my life, I'm going to speak about myself. If I look at my life, I notice that anything that is out of the range of what I'm used to using, it feels uncomfortable, right? And that feeling of being uncomfortable overrides the fact that the tools I'm using and the ways that I'm using them leads to unhappiness, right? And destruction and, weird feelings, nasty feelings and nasty experiences, right? So what I've noticed is that as soon as we are in a context where we can choose differently, it does feel uncomfortable, and we don't realize that we're choosing the same tools over and over again, not understanding that they will produce the same result. But still, we keep hoping that the result will be different. So I like this analogy about the tooth, right? Let's say we have a tooth that has cavity. And so it hurts, it's painful, and mostly, let's say it hurts when we eat something sweet, when we put something cold on it, then it goes to feeling weird when something's salty, and then it purely hurts nonstop, right? And we tend to sort of avoid going to the dentist and clean that tooth out by changing what we eat, right? We don't eat sweets anymore. We don't eat cold things anymore, like ice cream and stuff. We don't eat the certain things that cause pain. It's logical, right? But we forget, or we don't understand, that no matter what we ate, at the end of the day, it is that tooth that is rotten, that is experiencing whatever comes in contact with it. So to take it to, in the realm of the real life, we feel that there is a problem somewhere, right? And generally we would say it is the sweets that cause the pain, or it is the job, or it is the town, or it is the partner, or it is the town, the whatever. We've sort of we find all sorts of stuff to blame the pain on, except the tooth, right? And we keep choosing to change what we come in contact with, in the hope that the tooth would stop hurting. And it is very rare, like in the case of the tooth, that we acknowledge the fact that, hey, no matter what I come in contact with, as long as that tooth is rotten, it will hurt. So you go ahead and change your job, change your partner, change your home, change your curtains, whatever. And you, because you are the perceiver of everything that you come in contact with, you will keep hurting. So I noticed that people keep doing that, keep choosing circumstances and actions and behaviors that only, change the momentary reaction to that thing. Right? So for example, if we want to change houses, let's say, we are hoping that the other house would be better, that magically something will happen that will make us feel great, right? But we don't realize that the house that we're moving into is just another type of sweet that we put onto the rotten tooth, right? So I'm noticing this with myself. I can see how sometimes I can feel like really blissful. I can feel like life is just playing out, playfully playing out. And then all of a sudden, there's like this kind of a sparkle, like a remembrance of, wow, this is not what I'm used to experiencing. So even if something's good and it feels peaceful, I don't feel comfortable with it because it's not something that I'm used to. So that my whole experience seems to sort of scan for something that could be even remotely wrong. Yeah, it literally scans for things that are able to bring in the experience of things being painful. And this is very surprising because we think, okay, I'm conducting my life in a way where I could be more happy, more fulfilled, more this, more that. But no, we are just, creating more drama, more external movement, so that we can forget that the tooth is the one who has a problem. Right? We are just changing scenery in front of us so that we keep ourselves on the same path, which is obviously that of suffering. And why do I say obviously? Because if it wasn't, you would not be here to listen to me. Right? I would not. So anyway, this is what I wanted to say for today. Look inside of yourself and see how you're making the same choices within the same context, just choosing different outer scenarios that would mesmerize your view of life and would keep you on the same path over and over again, until I don't know when. I'm gonna find out, I suppose. So yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about today. Thank you. Bye.